everyone, I am Rameshri. Welcome to my channel Ramya Jyotish. Today we are discussing on two prominent celestial events. First is Rahu entering his own nakshatra, Shatabisha nakshatra, after 18 years, and Shanidev, who is Karmakaraka as well as Karma Paladata, is turning Margi or direct in Meena Rashi. Rahu is considered as Raja of Kali Yuga. He is capable of giving such marvelous or miraculous results which no other planet can give. The calculation of Rahu's position is of two ways, mean position as well as true position. So I am considering true position of Rahu, and the true node Rahu is entering Shatabisha nakshatra on 2nd of December 2025. Till August 2026, Rahu would be transiting in his own nakshatra, Shatabisha nakshatra, which will transit through the 4 Navamsha, Meena Navamsha, Kumbha Navamsha, Makar Navamsha and Dhanur Navamsha. Whereas on the other side, Shanidev, who was retrograde in Meena Rashi since July 2025, will turn Margi on 28th of November and will transit through Purva Bhadrapada last pada and then Uttara Bhadrapad nakshatra, which is his own nakshatra. From mid of Jan 2026 onwards, Shanidev will start his journey in Uttara Bhadrapad nakshatra and will be there in that nakshatra till May 2026. So during this vast amount of time period, we can expect major kind of events across the world. Majorly, it will be little bit disastrous, but 3 or 4 predictions are in such a way, or 3 or 4 events would be in such a way that it will be definitely wonderful for the mankind. And that's what I am focusing in this video. This video will be mainly on Medini Jyotish predictions for both Rahu's transit as well as Shanidev's transit. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do subscribe and also hit the bell icon to receive instant notifications. Please like my videos and share my videos among your friends and family circle, and at the end of the video, please do drop in your feedback in comment section. If you want to avail my consultations, you can refer to the link in the description. So now first let's start what Shatabisha nakshatra is and what can Rahu do being here. So first let's understand the Shatabisha nakshatra. This is the 24th nakshatra among the 27 nakshatras in Vedic astrology. Starting from Ashwini until Revati, Shatabisha becomes the 24th nakshatra, and its name itself will reveal its essence that Shatatara. Shatabisha means Shatatara, which means 100 stars. So astronomically also, if we see, it is known as Gamma Aquarii because it stays in the Aquarius sign. So it's a Gamma Aquarii. It's its actual astronomical name, and this is one of the brightest star among all the constellations. And because it happens to be in the Aquarius sign, it elevates its position as well. And in Vedic astrology, Aquarius is the natural 11th house, which is known as house of wish fulfillment, or for any kind of Padavi, Pratishtha and Sanmana, or for the Samman, or to reach to that elevated position. And this Shatabisha, Shatatara, 100 stars represents 100 healers or 100 physicians. So this is a very important nakshatra for anyone who is into healing profession, especially medicinal kind of profession, pharmaceutical professions, or even people who are into astrological or occult science kind of profession also. This is very important for psychiatrists, for psychologists, or anyone who actually deal with human interface or connect with public. For them this is very good. Even for the environmentalists, or even for anyone who cares for each other, who have lot of empathy in them, who have lot of serving kind of attitude, philanthropical nature, for them this nakshatra is an absolute plus point. So they may check their horoscopes. if they have any planet in this nakshatra, that could be the main reason why they are philanthropists or why they are environmentalists. That will explain it. Because Rahu's nakshatra always signifies all these things, because he is very interested to bring that change in the world, because Rahu is always interested, or Rahu is always focused on why the things have to happen in this routine procedure, why it cannot happen like this. So Rahu always questions, and when he sits in his own nakshatra, he will implement that, because first Rahu transits in Guru's nakshatra, then he comes to his own nakshatra. Now also Rahu is in Purva Bhadrapad nakshatra, which is Guru's nakshatra, and now next he comes to Shatabisha nakshatra, which is his own nakshatra. So he has questioned a lot, he has identified certain things which he wants to change, and now when he comes to Shatabisha, his own star, he will implement those changes. And that's why Shatabisha nakshatra transit of Rahu is very important, because there are 3 nakshatras of Rahu. One is Aridra, Swati and Shatabisha. Shatabisha being the third one and the most prominent one, because it comes in the last 4 signs. So any nakshatras which falls in the last 4 signs, for that planet which is owning that nakshatra will be very prominent. Suppose for a planet like Moon, Rohini nakshatra, Hasta nakshatra and Shravana, all the 3 are very important planets, and Rohini could be even more better. But Shravana holds more importance than the other 2, because it comes in the last 4 signs, which falls in the 10th house, natural 10th house, Karmasthana, and it can give much greater results. That's why whenever we see anyone's horoscope, planetary positions in the 9th house, 10th house, 11th house matters the most than in the other positions, because that helps the person to elevate to a very great level. But that doesn't mean that you should always have the planets there. Even planets in 3, 4, 5, 6, which is having a very strong connection with the 9, 10, 11, also can drive a very good performance. But to say in a nutshell, more planetary position in the last 4 signs of the house has its own significance to mention. Now let's continue. So as I mentioned, Shatabisha Shatatara is Gamma Aquarii astronomically, and it's one of the brightest star in the constellation. This name also translates to luck of the homes or tents, which means shelter, protection as well as community. So during this time we may see a group of individuals coming together for a common purpose, for a common goal, to bring some change, to bring some awareness in the society. We may expect these things also to happen. And the primary symbol of Shatabisha is an empty circle. We can see this in a different ways. Either it is like completely void of everything, it is totally blank, it is totally shut down, or we may even see it as group consciousness. That is, people will see themselves getting conscious of what's happening around the world, around their environment, and will start taking up the responsibilities to make the changes. That we will see. And also collective energy. The mysterious and secretive nature of this nakshatra is very prominent, because Rahu is a person who is very much interested in the research. Unlike Ketu, Rahu likes to understand each and every bit, and of course Ketu also has similar nature, but Rahu is very curious, and Rahu is that Jigyasu. He wants to know everything, and that Rahuvian part will be in prominence during this 9 to 10 months. So we may see a kind of void from which all creation emerges, but there will be a lot of innovative medical researches which will take place and will deliver wonderful results. So we may expect some medicine or some vaccination, or for the betterment of certain diseases, or to cure any diseases, there could be medicine. Like we have cancer, we may get a medicine for it, or we may get a very effective and valuable medicine which can reach out to many individuals. because there could be medicine which could be like possible or to be affordable only for elitist of people, but Rahu will bring it to commoners also, because that's what Rahu can make. So that's what we may see during this time. And another powerful symbol of Shatabisha Nakshatra is it represents female horse. So which embodies like this, a great balance and poise. A male horse is different and a female horse is different, and female horse represents a very great amount of great balance, a poise, lightning fast ability to escape danger. So people who have very good placements of Shatabisha Nakshatra, Guru in Shatabisha Nakshatra, or Rahu there, or any other planet, they may see that planet giving them a lot of protection, or they are able to think in a lightning fast capacity to escape from the danger, and exceptional endurance and stamina also, especially which is required in the case of sports person, and the capacity to work longer and faster than others. So this is also very prominent and very important. We may see this during this time. So people who are at a very top level, or whoever wants to bring the change in the society, or who wants to do something out of box, we may see them working for a longer period of time as well as faster than others, and they may bring out something very great things. Like, that's why I mentioned scientists, researchers, or anyone in medicine field. This is a wonderful time period for them. Even for sports persons, this is one of the very prominent time period, because Shatabisha represents muscular structure, a strong muscular structure and superior stamina, and this is what will drive peak performance ability as well, and this will what gives peak performance abilities as well. And if we look into the characteristics of Shatabisha, this nakshatra has a unique relationship with the sleep. That is, natives who have placement in any very prominent placement in Shatabisha nakshatra, they control their sleep patterns. So during this time across the world, we may see a lot of innovative things will happen, a lot of mysterious things will happen, where people will sacrifice their sleep, people will leave out everything just to achieve what they are dreaming about, or the goal or the ambition which they have in themselves. And they may use sleep as a tool for gaining energy. And this is the right time period to maintain strict discipline around our routines if we want to achieve something very great. And also, people may find pleasure and rejuvenation in rest, but they won't become lazy during this time. So that's also an opportunity which I see. And the best field for success during this time would be sports, as I mentioned, due to physical prowess, and medicine and healing, because it's 100 physicians, so we may expect some cure for a very prominent deadly disease. And discovery and research, we may unveil many hidden truths. Even historians, even archaeologists, anthropologists, many of them will actually do really well, because it is in Shani's Rashi, Kumbha Rashi. So archaeologists, anthropologists also will benefit, and even historians also. Then innovation, bringing forth revolutionary ideas is possible, and these ideas can change or become pretty remarkable for the future of the mankind as well. So this nakshatra mainly represents the ability to reveal what was hidden for a long time, making it powerful for breakthroughs and discoveries. So now let's come to who is the deity of the Shatabisha nakshatra, that is Varuna. So the presiding deity of Shatabisha is Varuna, who is the god of waters and universal law. So the main power of Varuna is that he is pretty harsh. He is a harsh punisher, but he is a compassionate rewarder as well. So he is pretty swift and severe in terms of delivering justice, but he is very generous in his blessings. So the principles are clear. Struggles are high, but the fruits are the sweetest. Varuna possesses extraordinary abilities. He has thousand eyes. So all seeing and nothing escapes his vision. And he carries the nectar of elixir, that is Amrit, granting immortality and power to recover whatever we lost, and rules over all the occult abilities, secrets and destiny. He governs the west direction and channels the Neptune energies, that is the seashore. So collectively of all these characteristics and also of Varuna's powers, we may see during this time a lot of spy activities may increase, and intelligence of India's the IA would be NIA would be very active during this time. They may bust majority of the terror activities which were supposed to happen, and a lot of shocking and astonishing things may come in media very soon. Also to note, globally and collectively the impact would be very high. So increase in surveillance systems, more judgments and legal proceedings, rise in the spying activities and micromanagement in corporate organizations, public sector, private sector, everywhere. Possible cruelty in enforcements. So lot of laws and regulations will be forced with lot of harsh tendencies, what I would say. Then there will be a lot of layoffs and restructuring in corporate. So one, if they are looking for job change, they have to be highly careful during this time, and if they are at a very top level, you have to be extremely careful. Next comes scientific and technological advances, about which I had already mentioned in a brief, but now to say it in more detailed way. Space explorations, new missions and new discoveries we may see during this time, especially to the west of the earth, and medicinal breakthroughs, new treatments and new cures, that also may happen, but also it will bring up some new disease. That is also one headache which Rahu causes. When he cures something, he brings up something. So we have to take extreme care of our health. We have to follow proper routine, because that's what Rahu won't let us do. So if you have a proper discipline, follow proper routine, then you don't have to worry of the negative results of Rahu. Next, rise of electronic media and digital platform. So electronic media, social media, digital platform, all these are no more just a time pass, but these will tend to become new profession and will be more prominent. But there will be some fake news spread frequently in this media, and that also will be busted during this time. So people who are genuine, honest and really capable of certain knowledge, only they will be able to survive in these platforms. Technological innovations. 18 years ago, when Rahu entered Shatabisha Nakshatra, somewhere in 2007, at that time Shani was in Karkatak Rashi. That's when we saw Apple iPhones, and now with advent of AI, we may see phones which are inherently built through the AI, and that's what we may expect. So that may happen by April, May, because Shanidev has to pass through Shanidev has to pass through Uttara Bhadra, his own nakshatra, and has to enter Revati, and that's when it will go to the peak. Because Shanidev was born in Revati nakshatra, and that's why Revati nakshatra is considered very prominent for Shanidev. So if I have to bring that layer of Shanidev transit and see, so we can expect a lot of technological innovation somewhere in April, May of 2026. Then in the coastal side or in the marine side, if I have to see, potential disastrous events at seashores, especially in the month of December, before 16th of December, we may expect some kind of threats to fishermen and coastal communities, and maritime accidents or incidents may also happen. Oceanic disturbances, some kind of tsunami or some kind of earthquake, that also may happen. People have predicted sinking of ship or missing of ship also, but there will be many other disastrous events that may happen even after 16th of December. So that's why collectively I am saying that month of December is very prominent. So I know it's a year end and calendar year end and everyone wants to travel, but be very careful not to visit seashore pretty often, especially in the month of December. That doesn't seem to be a good one, because last time when we had tsunami in 2004, Shanidev was not in a good position, and it was in any kind of a watery sign. Rahu was in watery sign or somewhere, and that's when we encountered, and that's why watery signs having all the major planets now is definitely a big headache. Now when I'm making a prediction also, Sun is in watery sign, Mars is in watery sign, Jupiter is in watery sign, Shani is in watery sign. This can trigger some unprecedented events, and I would just suggest you to stay away from there. Especially in the month of February, there is a high chance, because Saturn and Neptune will be conjuncting in Meen Rashi, and this can trigger much more major events. So I'll make a detailed video at that time, but now to say, in the month of December, please be very careful. And political and military developments. So going here, there will be start of battle or warfare in west and northwest directions in the month of December, first and second week of December mainly. Sudden political developments in central region as well as in the southern region. Power shift or strategic move, that can also happen. And there will be some geopolitical tensions also in the month of December, but it will not show up until the month of February 2026. Transport and security, possibility of vehicular accidents before December 16, because that's how position I can see, because many planets will enter Gandanta, and also Shani, Guru not in a good position, so it affects to a very great extent. And major level of caution is required while traveling, and be very mindful on roads. Especially road travel also is a very big thing. Both air travel, train, railway track one, and also the road. All the means of transportation should be dealt with lot of extra caution. Then coming to intelligence operations, big network of spies or terrorists will be busted. There will be a kind of a mini war or a kind of a surgical strike. Major intelligence breakthroughs, exposure of hidden operation, unveiling of secret activities. Many a time we won't know it would be happening near to our surroundings, and that's what will be busted during this time. It would be very close and very shocking, unexpected also. We will see those things. So personally also this will impact in a very big way, but seeing from the Medini Jyotish point of view, the next 3-4 months seems to be pretty happening and also bit unprecedented. So I would express a lot of caution and also a lot of resilience and patience while traveling anywhere to any different place. So proper planning, proper security is very important, and not to take things lightly during this time. But there are very good things which will happen, and from the individual level, as I mentioned, if you are following proper routine, keeping yourself disciplined, work for the goals and ambition you have, and also if you have any environmental concerns, if you want to bring certain changes to become an entrepreneur also, the next 3-4 months are wonderful actually. So definitely make use of this good time is what I would suggest. So this was for the Rahu entering Shatabhisha Nakshatra as well as Saturn turning direct in Meena Rashi. So karmic lessons will start becoming clear now, I understand, and yes, people who have worked very much or have put a lot of efforts in the past, they will get the results now, and they cannot stop there. They have to keep doing even more than they were doing in past. And there is a spiritual growth and wisdom because Shani will enter Uttara Bhadrapada Nakshatra. That's pretty important. And of course, the struggles are high, but the fruits will be the sweetest, is what I would say at the end. So if you found this information helpful, if you find this video helpful, please like, share and subscribe to my channel, and also provide your feedback in the comment section. And until we meet again for the next part, that is individual Rashi prediction, thank you and have a good day.